Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, HaMerkach, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to mighty Akim, Wagwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. And today it's going to be a very surprising lesson, a joyous lesson, basically on this article, where Trudeau states praying in public, reading aloud is hate speech to be severely punished. All right. So this is the new law that they are, I guess, attempting to put in place. If not, they have already put in place. We'll do some more research on it in a bit after this lesson. But basically, this is about how the these devils really just want us to stop talking. And the thing is, the fact of the matter is that this is really targeted at the Israelites. All right. And this is only in Canada because Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada. So this is only in Canada for now. All right. But it will very easily, spread to other places as well. All right. Primarily America, Babylon, because Canada is basically, for the most part, pretty much the same thing, pretty much the same country. For the most part, like they have basically virtually the same beliefs system. So let's read a bit of this article. The Trudeau government has introduced a bill that could land Christians, quote unquote, in prison for quoting the Bible or expressing a traditional faith-based opinion if the Canadian government deems it promotion of hatred or anti-Semitism. Now, the thing, you want to look at these words, because this is like the biggest indicators to show that they are not targeting quote unquote Christians. All right, because when is any, for the most part, all right, like it's like the primary instances of Christians, like they really don't talk about. They're not really talking about any type of I probably shouldn't say that word, anti word, okay? Their target isn't that. It's usually like liberalism, like being a liberal. Like that has been their main focus for the most part. But yet they're saying this whole anti word is a big thing about it goes against Christianity. When Christians have never been, against them, generally, all right? And I say generally because for the most part, there will be outliers, but in a general sense, it's not targeted towards them. It's targeted towards us Israelites that are going on the highways and byways, all right? So these are the people, we are the people that they are actually going for to neutralize our reach, as well as just stop us from being out and about in general and spreading this gospel. All right, but this was all within all according to Yahawadah plan, all according to parameters. In chapter 8 verse 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Okay, so because of this, if a brother, obviously there's a difference between being in the know, okay, or if they are wise, if they are in the know and they are wise, they're going to not try to challenge this thing and go out and say, oh well, this is my right, it's freedom of speech, just on the third, or I should be able to do whatever I want, blah blah blah. Okay, because there was that instance, which I did a lesson on this before, where there was I believe a camp in WFI. I believe it might have been in, I forgot which country, but the cops were telling them you need to go across the street. They didn't say you have to stop. They just said go across the street, and they were, being combative. They weren't listening. They weren't being cooperative, and then they got arrested. Cooperative. Okay, so when you have Jake that has a whole bunch of arrogance, Jake that thinks, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, blah blah blah, then that's when, there's gonna be issues where, the Lord is just gonna let you just get delivered up into the hands of the enemy. Okay, but if you are wise and you put in the practice of the words, let me actually get that. The words of the Lord into practice. Let me get this. If you put in the words of the Lord into practice, then the Lord will, deliver you. The Lord will not let anything happen to you. All right. Matthew chapter 5 verse 25. Matthew chapter 5 verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. All right. So while we are able to, we just keep it, for the most part, keep all the laws, follow the law of the land. All right. Follow the laws of our oppressors for the most part. Okay. You don't have to go out your way to be exceptionally, a model citizen or anything like that. Just, all the requirements, stay out of the thing. You don't act like, oh yeah, well, if this is my right, or try to challenge anything like that. All you have to do is just, if they say, hey, stop going out and on the highways and byways, okay, then just stop going on the highways and byways. And you have to really use wisdom to have that discipline of just like, you know what, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna back off of this, because I'm not trying to, start any issues or put myself in danger unnecessarily. All right, because there's a difference when the Lord wants us to do something, and that's when there might, and the key word is might here, there might be dangers involved. But if there are dangers involved from listening to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, then you trust that the Lord is going to protect you. But if you are going out of your way to do something extra that the Lord did not tell you to do, then that's when you're putting yourself in unnecessary danger, and you cannot expect the Lord to protect you. All right, you cannot expect the Lord because the Lord did not tell you to go doing this extra stuff. All right, so now in an instance like this, okay, again, I don't know if the bill is passed yet, but in an instance like this, we gotta just, if it is passed, all right, we gotta just, accept that this is part of the prophecies. So, but that we're just that much closer. And that's another thing. We should be appreciating that more and more signs are coming, because shoot, I've been praying day in, day out, every day, multiple times a day, for the Lord to hasten the time and deliver us. All right, so we should be thankful that something like this happens. We should be thankful that we're getting limited. Our movements, our capabilities are getting more and more limited, because these are signs of the end. All right, let me also get this. Matthew chapter 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Key phrase here: see that ye be not troubled. So when all these things are coming to pass, we're not supposed to be troubled. We're not supposed to say, oh my God, when the war comes, oh, what am I going to do when they stop me from going out on the highways and byways and stuff like that? Okay, like, just, okay, calm down, and then, like, this is prophecy. We're just that much closer to the end. Continuing on, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And it says all these things must come to pass. Every single prophecy has to come to pass before we are delivered. So when we hear of all these good news, when we hear of the MOTB, even though we're not going to take it, we want it to be implemented. We want it to be executed. We want them to push it out there. Okay, but it's not for us to take, it's for the prophecies to come to pass. These are all signs that we're that much closer to the end, so that when we we are spiritually prepared. All right, spiritually, not physically. We're not buying any bunkers and all this stuff. Not getting all this all these ammunitions and guns and all this stuff like that. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be preparing spiritually. All right. Yeah, and let me go back. Let's go back to this right quick. But yes, as I said before, this was targeted specifically for Israelites, like Christians, for the most part. Yes, there are honestly like you really have to be a Christian and going out in public to street preach. You really have to be like an outlier for the most part, because most Christians, they don't go out there and preach the word of God and stuff like that. What they really do is there's just like a few really knowledgeable Christians that study the Bible just to combat the Hebrew Israelites, and that's honestly like the primary thing about it, honestly. So it's really not for the Israelites, but they wouldn't say that. They wouldn't draw attention to that. The bill is Bill C-367, purported to amend the criminal code, will redefine the boundaries of the free speech, criminalizing public Bible readings, prayers, and other expressions of Christian teachings. So also, I will say it specifically says Christian teachings and Bible readings, and it's not. They're not. Apparently, they're not going after, Islam and Muslim stuff like that. Even though, like, there was a whole big issue about the whole Allahu Akbar crap, and that whole stuff. When people were associating that with bombings. Like, I think that's pretty funny, but obviously, the true purpose is, the Israelites, and they see the Israelites as actual problems comparatively. This move by Trudeau's liberal government has been interpreted by many as an attempt to criminalize Christianity and traditional values under the pretense of combating undefined hate speech. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Undefined hate speech. Slakia, undefined hate speech. This is a big thing. When they say undefined, all right, it's really like basically up to interpretation. So basically, if you just say, "Oh, I believe in God," then they'll say, "Oh, well, that just means that you hate the LGBT community." All right, so then like that's the whole thing. It's like a slippery slope, and then they can take whatever little things that we say and use it against us. Okay. So yeah, basically you can't really say much in public in regards to the Bible, or just your belief in the God of the Bible specifically. All right, because yeah. Oh, I think this is the end of it. Nope. Okay, so why are so many countries trying to make undefined hate speech a criminal charge? For this from Wall Street Silver. This seems likely to be abused massively by government authorities for political reasons. Ireland, hate undefined speech law, proposed 5 years in prison for a meme. France, 3 years in prison, 45K fine to speak in opposition against any state-endorsed pharmaceuticals. Canada proposed life sentence in prison and 70K for hate undefined speech. I didn't even know it was life in prison. That's crazy. Wow, okay. But damn, like that is insane. But yeah, like honestly, like like you can't talk about the Bible anymore out in public. You can't pray, you can't do anything like that. Like, you gotta watch what you say, watch what you do. That's insane. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate from you. Let me start over. Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Okay, now when we are being demonized like this, okay, because this is like straight up demonizing, all right, we're going to be blessed because the Lord's going to, our reward's going to be great in the kingdom of heaven. All right, after all things said and done, after everything's done, we're going to be good. We're going to be taken care of. This being probably YAHAWASHI. All right, as long as we stay faithful. So, with that, I hope this lesson was edifying, as well as an important warning that anyone that lives in, any brother that lives in Canada that may be going out on the highways and byways needs to hear. All right, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadah, that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.